And we are live. Hi, everyone. Live here with Donny and Innovation Fika. It's a Wednesday. No, it's not a Wednesday afternoon. Oh my God, I missaid. I always do this on Wednesdays, but not this week because yesterday, of course, was Wednesday with Demo Day here at KTH Innovation when batch 16 of the pre-incubator program graduated. So I moved this very special occasion to Thursday. So you were watching the Innovation Fika on Wednesday, on Thursday. I have done this since, I don't know, for a couple of years now. So this is episode 130. You will find all of the episodes recorded on YouTube, 130 episodes with 120-ish really cool people talking about really cool things, because that's the only thing we talk about. It's the world's fastest half an hour. So it's a perfect coffee break for anyone out there interested in innovation, entrepreneurship, new things, and startups. And on YouTube, all of my written content is still on Medium and on LinkedIn, so check that out as well. Enough about that, enough about me. We are here today, and I've invited especially for today the winner, the awardee of the 2023 EWB Award, which is the Foundation Entrepreneurs Without Borders, that I also happen to be a part of. And every year we have a big event, EWB Summit and Awards, and we give out an award to the person or organization that we feel represents our core values of sustainability, social responsibility, and equality, and a better planet for all. And this year we then, of course, picked, as you might have understood then, Dominique Alonga, who is with me here in the studio. And we'll come back to the whole award thing and everything like that and everything. But let's just start as we always start. I will invite everybody online to also post who they are and where they're from, so we get the networking started and ask the questions. That's why we do these things live. But then, my first question to you, Dominique, who are you and what do you do?
I am Dominique Alonga. I am all the way from Kigali, Rwanda, and I am a publisher. I am an entrepreneur, social entrepreneur that is helping tell the African stories through high quality books, illustration, art, and stories, because we believe that representation matters and positive representation is life-changing.
Fantastic. That was a very good, very concise short pitch. It sounds like you've done that one before, once or twice. It's very, very. But you tell me the longer story of how you came up with the idea of starting publishing books. When did that come to you? I mean, why did you come up with that?
So as I mentioned, I'm Rwandan, which means that we've had growing up our fair share of political conflicts as I was growing up. So at around my grandfather fled the 1956 genocide and fled to Congo, which is where my mother was born. And during basically she was in between two genocides, the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi and the Congolese conflict that was wiping every Rwandan at the time. One of the things that really impacted my life was how she used storytelling to shield my mind from basically from realizing what was happening, and I will eternally be grateful for her. So we were running, but it was an adventure instead of at a very, very young age. I think she taught me the power of storytelling, the power to protect, the power to empower and to motivate. And then fast forward, we got to Rwanda, ruins, and one thing she made sure of, she found a tiny little library in a neighborhood called Kiyovu, which is where I actually met you, Donnie. And right next to the hotel where we met, there was a tiny little library, and she made sure that we attended at least 3 times a week. And through reading, this really helped my grades, my imagination, my sense of self. But it was always the fact that none of the characters looked like me. And so that just kind of dropped a little bit of a dream from a very young age to say, how can I create something that looked like me? And I grew up, I traveled the world, and I still felt like there was a lot of lacking. Every time there was a story about Africans or Black people, the representation was quite negative, gangs, janitors. And so that made me think, what can we do? And then fast forward to 2015, I was donating books and helping build libraries all over the country. We've done 27 libraries so far. I'm very proud. And then we had one library at our office, as you can see, where we received about 80 children per day. And some of the children were like, I can't become a superhero or a princess because I don't look like one. And that's where we listened to them and we said, you know what can we do? And the goal was to release just one simple book, not the thousands that we've since released. But the goal was, how can we just release one book where the kid can say, I look like this, so I can become this. And that was the dream. And 9 years later, we're still here. We're still producing beautiful stories. And I'm so glad that I listened to these children. And I'm also glad that my mom is my mom. That's the long version.
Yeah, well, that's a fantastic story. But I think that you touch on so many important things. And that's not only for Rwanda or Africa as such. I think for so many communities where we need role models and we need to see and identify with people and places and situations where we feel we belong. And I think that is, I mean, if we want to build an inclusive society, the society must show as well that you belong. I think that is super, super important. And I think that, but you are of course living proof of making it work as well. And I've seen some of your books. I mean, I had the great fortune of actually seeing some of your books when you were there, both children's books, which were fantastic, but also some novels that you're releasing now, right? So I'm really, really happy to have met you, and also to let's see. I have something I want to show you here. Let's see if we can get this working here now. I'm going to share for everyone here. We're going to share the screen here because I think we share screen and we can do this. We should be able to do this here. Sustainable window tab. I think. Okay, maybe we should do this one now. What in that one? It worked. It worked before. Let's see. You hear me? I'm talking about you in the background there. It's actually from the prize ceremony that I was so sorry that you could not attend.
Yes.
But of course not. This isn't working. Right? I don't know why it's not working. It's extremely annoying with work before. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We'll just. I was going to show your browser has blocked your screen. Clear the screen icon in your address bar to. I don't know what that means. What are they trying to tell me here? I think my browser is trying to tell me something. I don't want to keep that. Get it out of the way. Try one more time. Just give me 1 second here. It's annoying when you have some tech thing and you're actually trying to do it. No, it doesn't work. I don't know. The browser blocked your screen. Click the screen icon in your address bar to allow access. Click the screen icon. But I don't know. Allow. Tracking information. All right, doesn't matter. We'll broadcast it afterwards. Don't worry. We'll get back to it. Anyway, so I actually have it here. This is actually the award that we will make sure that you get.
Oh my God! I hadn't seen it. Oh my goodness! No. Oh my goodness!
The Entrepreneurs Without Borders 2023. There we go. That one's for you. I will make sure it comes down to Kigali safe and in a good way. Either we'll send it, or we actually have some people visiting from Rwanda, I think next week, and I'll make sure that they bring it down with them. So that's yours, of course. And with that, you also get the in-kind prizes of the Univid platform, the streaming platform. I mentioned that before. 6 months license, and that you will get a series of workshops with Hans Alvaros and his team, and also leadership coaching from Great Clarity. And yeah, that's lots of really cool prizes coming up to you and for you and everything like that. So we're going to help you in any way we can, and we're going to get you to Sweden next year as well, so you can run through the workshops up here as well. But coming back to you and Imagine We, you said how many libraries?
27.
27 libraries. That's really, really good. Well done. I mean, in Sweden, we're having this debate about libraries because they've been closing down libraries for a long time now. And then suddenly somebody has realized that maybe libraries are a good thing after all. So they're slowly, opening them again. So, we're trying to get things going again. But do you feel, I know this might sound like a stupid question, but do you feel that the actual presence of a library and getting kids to go to a library, I mean, how do you see that being a part of a community?
So one of the things that we did in the beginning, and was one of our failures, was to just think that you have to make a donation, have the shelves ready, and things will do them. Will sort themselves out. But one thing we realized is actually the power of teachers and educators and parents. So we then kind of piloted an area where we would train parents and teachers to read to children in ways that would actually be interesting, because it's not a culture that we have. We have a very oral culture. So we wanted to create different connections. If you read 10 books, you get extra credit. And in some neighborhoods, which were very underprivileged neighborhoods, we had gone as far as to ask children, if you read 2 books, you get a toothbrush and toothpaste, and you get a pair of shoes if you read 15 books. So we tried to connect reading to something that would actually serve them in real life, to create a step towards the hope, obviously, that the team had was it's psychologically creating a connection. Like, if I read, I can sustain myself, or I can create, have better grades. But it had to be something we manufactured at the beginning.
Yeah.
And now, kids are attending. Some of them are turning into authors themselves, which is very exciting to see. We've been 9 years down the line. We now have a project where we're producing about 200 new authors that will be launched next year. And they're all between the ages of 10 to 17. And that's one of the products of the fact that we have been in their lives, and we have, contributed positively.
But but you said you were going to do 1 book.
Yes. Yes. Oh my God.
I mean, how many books have you published today?
To date, we're in the 30s. So each book is, I guess, about 2,000 to 6,000 print run. So I live in books now. Yes.
Yeah. Printed books, as in books we can hold and read like this. What do you think about the whole sort of digital reading experience thing, though? What's your take on that?
I think it's very good. I think I used to have a very love and hate relationship with digital books. But the more the world goes, forward and goes digital, and we have the advent of AI now, we have to train children, especially children in Africa and children in very, very rural areas, to start interacting with technology. So one of the healthy ways that they could start interacting with technology is through digital libraries, digital books. So I'm not as hateful of digital content as I was before. But I do believe also that.
I can hear you again. Can you hear us?
Yes.
All good. Wonderful. No, I was just talking to the people here and slowly describing what we were doing last Friday with the event. But I think I actually have, if you're online now, I think I actually can do the share screen thing because I've changed windows. I think we can actually do this. There we go. And you can probably see, yes, you can see the window. This is actually on Friday now
give her
in the
in
studio
the same
where we
passionate
were.
way that I've heard her give it. But
Dominique Alonga, she started a book publisher because she wanted to help the youth in Rwanda. So she started building a library. She started importing books, buying books, getting in books from the US, getting hand-me-downs, getting people to send her books because she wanted a library, because she wanted the young people of Rwanda to read and learn and become not only literate, but also become aware of the world. But the more she read in all of the books that she imported and the libraries that she built in the villages, she realized that there was no identification. There was nothing there in those books that the Rwandan kids could identify with, because the images didn't look like them and the text didn't describe the environments they were in. And there was no connection. There was this distancing going on. So then she decided to start the book publisher, writing books, designing books for kids of all ages, from the earliest kids. The first one is called ABC of Rwanda, and if you ever get your hands on these books, go to imaginewe.rw, the website, and you can see their books. It is a explosion of colors.
Wow.
It is African inside and out all the way through, and it is designed for the kids of Rwanda and for Africa, by them, for them. And it's an incredible feat that she's now built. And now they've also leveled up. So now they have famous African novelists actually publishing novels in the same publishing house that they started, Imagine We. And her vision is, of course, to spread all over the world with local flavors. So in wherever you come, there's an Imagine We book for the children of that country to feel an identification with what they can become, what you were talking about as well.
Exactly.
I just think it's incredible for all of these stories we've heard today, from starting off with the war child, Peter, and then Helene from Scania, and the incredible journey of Andreas and Kollektivet Livet, the summer camps that you went to and started and you've run. The story that you told again, the story that you told how you're leading the way in a different sector. I don't want to give out the prize. We all should have the prize this year. I mean, this is all about role models. And I'm very, very pleased to share this moment with all of you today. And, but, we have one prize. So somebody needs to get it, right? So, after, and this was a hard one, we would have wanted to give out 3 prizes, but we can't. So we'll give out 1 prize, but I will also say that we have another hederspris, prize of honor as well, because one of our prize in kind partners said that I want to give something else as well, so we have that one as well. So I can actually, shall I lead with that one or shall I lead with this one? Let's lead with that one.
Lead with that one.
Lead with that one,
Yeah.
okay. Well, without further ado then, I will say that this is me going through the 3, that this year's awardee is Dominique Alonga from Rwanda. And I'm so sorry that we couldn't, I know that she was going to try and come online on Zoom and be live with us and join this, the moment with us, but after the jury spent a lot of time going through.
So yes, that was the award ceremony. I mean, what tips would you give people who want to build something in their community, for their community? I mean, what are some pointers?
I think the first thing I would say to someone who's really passionate about building something for their community is to listen to their community and listen intently. Like in the beginning, I came in with the mindset that I had the solution. And, if I had listened to the children before creating the 27 libraries, I might have created better libraries because they would have been more inclusive. So when we create solutions for the community, listening is so, so important. And as much as possible, immerse yourself in the lives of the people you're trying to serve. So you come from a deeper and more authentic understanding of their lives. started out in a slum area where I guess 6 homes shared one bathroom. So that would be about 24 people sharing one bathroom. And of course, the children that came to our library did not know how to use indoor bathrooms, and we didn't know that. And there was a lot of adjustments because we were trying to create something for them. It's maybe a little bit of laying down our ego to create something that will truly, genuinely serve the people we're trying to serve. And then also believe in your passion, have a balance between your own passion and your picture of what you believe the community can become, but without brutalizing them. I think that's where the balance comes in. Yeah.
I will thank you for those very wise words. And I will also echo that, because I remember one of the reasons we started the foundation Entrepreneurs Without Borders was very much a frustration with seeing so many people trying to, not laying their prestige aside, but thinking they knew better and coming
Yes.
to somewhere and saying, we know how to do this, do it this way, and it will be great. With no sort of humbleness or any immersion in the situation at all. Which of course led to the people that they were trying to help just going, well, we don't really care because you're not even listening to what we're doing. And then nothing really worked. So one of our main founding principles was, speak to the people, understand the problem, and help them build solutions there with them, for them, by them, and not, to them. So I completely echo that. I think that is so very, very important. And I think that's something that we need to do a lot more of. And I'm just looking forward to working with you. And imagine we going forward now, the coming year, that we're going to be working together with coaching and support and everything we can do. Because I do think, and I believe strongly, that what you have created is a very, very strong possibility as well. I know that in the ceremony, I sort of kind of said, "Oh, she's going to open libraries all over the world." But maybe that's something we could do, because everywhere around the world is a kid, a boy or a girl, who actually might have the potential of saving the world one day, if we let them. And we need to educate everyone. We need to teach everyone the basics so they can navigate the world and their lives. Because you never know where the ideas and where the driving force will come from that will actually, fix things. So I'm all for it. Let's get cracking.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the reason why I'm very excited about being coached by you is a new mixture of perspective. So having met you and understood that you've worked with several entrepreneurs for several years, after being one yourself, and after living, what was it that we said, 17 lives or 7 lives already?
Yeah.
I'm really excited to just learn about how your wisdom, your insights, and also calling me out, and just kind of helping me elevate where I have blind spots and things like that. So we, make the world a better place.
Yeah.
And I'm very excited. Yeah. And
so am I. And I'm looking forward to learning from you as well. So this is going to be a mutual journey of learning here as we go forward. And with that, this is the world's fastest half an hour that we have online here. It's a half an hour coffee break that I do every week, live every week, usually on Wednesdays. Today, of course, on a Thursday. But in the recordings, nobody will know if it was a Thursday or a Wednesday. So it will be recorded and it will be online. And we will make sure to share the prize ceremony from last Friday as well, so you can see the outtakes. We have lots of really nice talks as well. And of course, the actual moment when we award Dominique and Imagine We with the prize. With that, I will thank you, Dominique, for spending a half an hour with me online today from Rwanda, Kigali, Rwanda. I will thank everyone who is online and everybody commenting for that. I will encourage you to connect with Dominique as well on LinkedIn. The whole purpose of being online there is connecting and networking and helping people, helping each other out. Every Thursday, by the way, this Thursday today, I run a super connector thread on LinkedIn. So on Thursdays, please join my super connector thread that I post in my feed, where I just want people to post, I need help with this. And then you scroll the feed and look at what people have posted. And then you help them with what they posted. And then you share that thread as well, so everybody sees it. So we create a big thread of people helping each other. That's the Thursdays on LinkedIn. With that, and yes, I think that's about it. So I will say thank you to our audience. I will ask Dominique to stay in the studio for a while because we need to upload the recordings of the show. And I will see you. I'll see all of the rest of you, and maybe Dominique as well, next week, Wednesday afternoon, 2:30 p.m. Swedish, just as normal, for episode 131 of my Innovation Fika. With that, everyone, I will still thank you and goodbye, and I'll see you online next week.